So we have the BIM application here. We have some branches which we have the plan, the design, and we have the operation, and we have the contract. So under the plan, we have what? When What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Infinity Board Console. So, guys, on this episode of my course, you are going to find how to understand MEP in Revit. What is MEP in Revit? Okay, so let's move on into the slides that I have for you today. So, we are going to focus on these things. We are going to focus on what is Revit. Also, we are going to focus why Revit, and also history of Revit, and also what is MEP as well, and also why MEP was fused into Revit. Aside that, we are going to find how MEP tools can be used in Revit to achieve your MEP goal. So this is what you are going to learn on this slide. So guys, let's move on into the next slide. So we're gonna ask ourselves, what is Revit? So we have a definition here in which we are going to explain. So Revit is a software widely used for modeling and what documenting of what civil construction projects. So what this definition is trying to say, Revit is what a software. And what is a software? So I have an image here in which I'm going to show you how it is. So when you see on my far right, you can see we have hardware, operating system, and application software and a user. So Revit was an application user for or application software for the user, which I'm part of the user, and everybody who uses the Revit software is what a user. So software are what a program done by computer programmers in order to what code the software for us. So that is the meaning of software or Revit software, and it helps in what modeling and also what documenting of what projects such as civil and construction work projects as well. So let's move on to other definitions in which will give us more in depth. So this one also says that Revit software is a BIM application for altering parametric 3D models that generate what geometry with embedded information for design and construction of building and infrastructure. So let's read it again. Also, Revit software is a BIM application for altering parametric 3Ds. So what this is trying to say is that BIM or Revit is a software made by what or a BIM application software. Let me put it this way: it's a BIM application software. So what is BIM? So BIM is what building information modeling. So in the form of building, we have some particular information that we need, and also the information helps us what model our building. So when you read the first definition, which it says that it's a software widely used for what modeling, so this is where the BIM helps us. And the BIM is what a program in which has been done in order to serve as what a software. So Revit, Autodesk Revit is a BIM application for altering parametric 3D. So this BIM that we are talking about in the form of application help us what parameterize what our 3D in order to when modeling you can see your drawing in the 3D, which gives you what the information. So when modeling your building, it gives you what the information with a 3D perspective as well. So let's move on to other. So it said it formed the intelligent model such as what plan, sections, elevations, perspectives, details, and schedule as well. All of these necessary instruments to document the design of the building can be derived. So all the necessary information that you need after doing your modeling can be derived when using what a BIM software or a Revit application. So that's what this is trying to say. So I have an image in which I'm going to show you. So you can see a BIM application With a BIM application, we have a plan here. So I'm going to try and zoom out this area so that you see how it works. So how, okay, I think you can see. Let me zoom. I think it's best I zoom. So we have the BIM application here. We have some branches which we have the plan, the design, and we have the operation, and we have the contract. So under the plan, we have what when programming your building ideas. When programming your building ideas, we have the site analysis, we have the phase planning, and also cost authorization. Under the design too, we have design authoring, we have code um, validation, we have engineering analysis, and we also have design review. So it's another branch we have where we can operate, and we have where the contractor area. So these are small branches under Revit. So let's move on to our slides and see what we have. So I hope this is giving you some in-depth on what is Revit. And we said Revit is a software widely used for modeling and documenting of civil construction projects. So, and we also said that it helps you to what parameterize what your 3D models and generates what geometry with embedded information. So this 3D generates what embedded information for your design and construction of building and infrastructure. So this is a few like definitions that I can give you today. So let's move on to the next slide. So why Revit in the first place? Why Revit? In case you have any comments, kindly comment at the comment section box. Don't also forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. So why Revit? So Revit offers a 3D modeling environment. So the reason why we are using Revit is what it offers what a 3D modeling environment, but it also provides resource to generate all the traditional 2D documentation. So Revit also helps us to what generate what our traditional 2D documents such as the plan, section views, elevations, etc. Essential items for documenting any type of project. So this is why we need Revit. So let's move on to the next example. So why we need Revit or why we have to involve in Revit. Revit it dramatically reduces the time spent on revisions. So this example is trying to talk about revisions when in case there need to be a revise on certain details or certain modeling aspects in case there is going to be a demolish as a certain phase when this comes with a phasing. So with a revision, Revit helps you to what reduce time because it has what a 3D perspective element or a 3D element in which when you change something, it changes everything that you can see with your eyes of the changes. So this is what the dramatically reduced time spent is talking about. So in case you have a 14 story, you can try to group one floor and copy the floors to the other levels. So when you make a change in the first level or the first floor, it changes for the other floors for you. So this is what this point is trying to talk about. And also, Revit also makes it possible to obtain the number of material specified in a project. So why do we use Revit? Revit is a very key or play a very key role which helps us for specified what the material in the project and also making your project construction database fully aligned with what BIM concept. So what this point is trying to talk about is what when you have your materials, it helps you to categorize what a database or gives you what a database aligned with what BIM concept. So as we talked about the BIM, it gives you the information, it gives you all information which helps you to what database. So we have an image on the far right which talks about what architecture BIM, structure BIM, MEP BIM. We have other scheduling BIM, we have estimation, we have faculty and stuff. So what this trying is talk about is the database in which Revit provide. So Revit provide a database of what architecture BIM, structure BIM, MEP BIM, and also it provides what scheduling, estimation, and faculty management as well. So these are a few concepts on it. So I try to go into depth to talk about Revit history, how Revit was was made up, how Revit was discovered. So a company found in Milton, which was what Charles River Software founded this company in Milton by two of these guys, which we call them Leonard and also Hiram Jagres. They play a key role for software development or software management design, and later try to power it with what parametric modeling, which is what a 3D dimension. So these people came in mind in order to what um, in order to try and make what building try to make the building firm or modeling in applications, modeling in softwares, like seeing it what in 3D dimension. So we have software such as AutoCAD. Later in the days, that AutoCAD provides what 2D element. But these people said that they have to find a way to what parameterize what they are building, or find a way to parameterize what uh, any model. So when you go into history, we have some objects in which you need to assemble some. When you assemble, it becomes what a 3D perspective as well. So this is what this key element is talking about. So later in the day, the company was renamed towards Revit Technology Corporation in 2000, January 2000. And later in the day also, Autodesk, best known for its CAD line of products, purchased the company in 2002. After they purchased the company, or they purchased the, the software from the Charles River software, they allowed much what research. They allowed more research and development into the software. So when they bought the software and they did more research on the software and the development, they later came out with what something we call bi-directional associativity. So this bi-directional associativity is a software program in which helps you to what sort out various categories of family. So when a family is being changed, it it functions all around your building model. So this is a programming which you try to fuse into the software, which helps you to reduce the time cost when there is rotation. So this is the key rule of what this dimensional by directional sorry by directional associative things or talks about. So you can read more about in case you have any understanding also. You can comment at the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. And also in 2000 to 2004, versions of Revit was released. Versions of Revit were released. We have Revit 101, Revit 1.2, 1.3, 1.4. So later, after versions of Revit was released, later in 2005, Revit structure was released, and later in 2006, MEP was released. So you can see MEP has been highlighted, and we already said in our slides that we are going to learn about Revit MEP. So this is why Revit, the MEP has been highlighted with red color. So our next slide is going to focus on what is MEP. So right from the screen on my left hand, you can see what some images that will give you a fair or a clear explanation on what is MEP. So let's move on MEP. So MEP stands for what? Mechanical, electrical, and plumbing. So when you see an image which talks about or an image in the screen on water closet with some pipes, and also you can see some pipes at the top there. This talks about what? The plumbing aspect. So MEP simply means what? Mechanical, electrical, and plumbing. So MEP engineering is a science and art of planning, designing and managing the MEP system of a building. So this helps what? With the science of what? The art of planning, designing and managing what? MEP systems in the building. So what this information is talking about that MEP helps what another way to make the building sustainable. So without this key element, you can't have a successful building. So let's move on to the other points so that we have more explanation on the MEP, what the mechanical talks, what the electrical talks, and also what the plumbing talks. So we have the MEP in what? Engineering. So these are the M stands for what? Mechanical design element of building. M means what? Mechanical design element of building. Most especially the heating, the cooling system helps makes life inside more comfortable. So what this is talking about is that with the mechanical aspect of what the MEP that we are talking about, the M stands for what? Heating, cooling systems. So we have the AC, we have the fan, we have these are what mechanical aspects of what a building, which makes for the room comfortable. So in order to make your room comfortable with fresh air and stuff, you have to have this heating and cooling system. So let's move on to what the E. So we said the E is the electrical system in building which keeps what light on, keeps our devices powered and keeps the other system running. So the electrical aspect helps us what get light and also provide us with what, sockets, switches, and in order to help us to what, plug our electrical devices as well, and also provide light in the room. So we move on to the P. So the P is where would you be without the plumbing? So this is asking a question also giving you understanding what the P means. So it's asking where would you be without the plumbing? So we have this water closet. If you don't have this water closet in your house, early morning, where would you be? So water is what sustains us. If you don't have a tap to collect water, how are you going to sustain? Plumbing system provides fresh water for drinking, cleansing, and more. So we need to have a good plan, a good MEP plan for our pipes in order to get what a good fresh water and also water for doing our domestic purposes. So this is what MEP means, and this MEP has been explained for you here. So why was MEP or why MEP was introduced in Revit? So why do we see MEP in Revit? So we move on. So Autodesk Revit on its own is a comprehensive BIM software. So what this point is trying to tell you is that Autodesk is what a comprehensive BIM software. It provides what building information when you are modeling. So that offers both 3D and 2D perspective on the project. and offers a lot of cases, use cases and tools for architects, contractors, designs, and of course MEP engineers. So what this point is trying to tell you, what um, what Revit does and why MEP was introduced into Revit. So they said Revit MEP models a parametric just as any other BIM models. So they find out that in Revit, the MEP that has been inserted, you can modify or you can use parametrics. So let me explain this thing. In case you are making a model and you want to insert the pipes inside, so it helps you to what, get the actual size, get the actual slope. So because you might have a huge building and you want to make a change or you want to make a revision, Revit helps you to what, give you what, the database or the information in order to help you what, change or make a revision with your pipe element or with your electrical element or with your mechanical element. So this is what, or this is why MEP was fused in Revit in order to make revisions very easy. Okay, so let's read and say meaning that general model constantly updates itself whenever there is any change in one of the connected resources or link. So this helps us when you change the size of a pipe with this parameterized items that we have. It changes everything. So this is why they infuse MEP in Revit. So how to use MEP tools. So when you watch the screen, as you can see, this is the user interface of Revit. So where can you locate these tools in Revit and how can you use them? So when you see on the screen on the top side, there is a ellipse symbol which has circled something we call system at the top there. So with the system, when you see my palette, you can see some dot placeholder. We have the HVAC, we have the flex dot, air thermal fabrication part, we have the P and ID modular, we have the mechanical equipment. So that's the place you can find the mechanical equipment. Under that, we have the tumbling and piping, which we have the pipe as a ribbon tools, pipe placeholder, parable pipes, we have other vulva and other pipes as well. We also have the plumbing fixtures and sprinkler as well. And also when you check at the ribbon tab under the electrical aspect, we have wire, we have cable tray, conduits, power conduit, and also electrical equipment. We have the device, the lighting, and also with the system tab or the system and tab, ribbon tab, you can also place in components and also set what work plane as well. So this is what this user interface is talking about under the system area. So with the system area, it also helps you with what properties on my file list and also have the image browser on file list. And um, this is a drawing I did, a sample I did with Revit using the pipes. So let's move on to the next slide. So the next slide, I tried to select one pipe. So when you check the properties, I selected one pipe. So pipe types, this is 40 mm of plumbing pipe, and we have some properties in here. So when you check my far left, you can see horizontal justification, center, vertical justification, middle, reference line, apron level. We have the reference top elevation, middle elevation. So these elevations control the area or the level in which your pipe is going to be. So when you come down, you can see mechanical. So this is for what? Domestic cold water. And we we also have system pipes, which is for rain drainage pipes. We have pipe segments, talks about the stainless steel. So the type of firing heat you are using is for stainless steel. We have the diameter, which is 40 mm. You can also see it at the finish property area. We have other properties as well. So you can see a green rectangle far right in the middle at the working area side, which can be found at for the contextual menu. So when you right click on, I'm trying to, okay, let me open this thing and try to show you how it works. So when you right click on your working area, we have the browser. Under the browser area, we have the system browser, which controls what any pipe that you set. Aside that, Revit has helps us what categorize what our MEP fabrication part in a particular section for us. Also, so when you come to the types of pipes under the family area, we also have the pipe types, the pipe system. So I'm going to show you what I'm talking about practically so that you see how it works. So when I come to my icon level and also maybe I right click here. So under this browser, we have the system here. So this was the system I was talking about. So if you are working with piping, you just have to. So you have 32 pipes here. Okay. So under the browser again, you can see the MEP fabrication here. So these are the fabrication which I'm talking about. So you have your ducts here as well. Also have some pipes here as well. We have some pipe system here as well. So I'm coming to service. Under the service, we have some pipe elements here as well, which helps you to provide your MEP stuff. And also, when you come to the family area, when you come to the family area, when you come to piping system, you have the pipes here, which goes with what the size of the pipes as well, and you have the pipe system here as well. So these are a few examples I try to explain in this slide. I hope you have like some in-depth of what I'm talking about, or you are getting some understanding of what I'm talking about. So I'll explain this thing to you. So these are the tools involving piping as well. So in Revit also, after placing your pipes here, so you can see this has a color. After placing your pipes here, you can also try and set certain color scheme, or you can set various color for any pipe that you set in Revit. So it's called what system color scheme in Revit. So in your properties area, when you come to where the arrow is pointing, which is called system color scheme, when you click on edit, it opens this color scheme menu for you, which has been categorized in both pipes and ducts, and also the color scheme here as well. So in case you are working with that, you can use a second one. When you are working with pipes, then you use this one. So when you click on this, it opens what the edit color scheme area for you. So this talks about what ABS pipe. Also, this one talks about ABS pipe. Also, so you can see the color in which we are having here, right in the 3D, which you can see right in the 3D here. So these are rain drainage pipes you can see from here. And under the title, this determines what the color scheme of your pipe. And also you have the color typing which you want to see. You can also sort out with the length with a lot of stuff here. So You can also try on, if you have any comments, kindly comment at the comment section below. If you want us to also give you more in depth on the MEP aspect, we can also help you. If you have any question too, just leave it at the comment section below. So guys, let's move on to, so where can we get like these videos? You can get it with at my YouTube channel as well. Okay. So we're saying that um I have other questions which was from my office. So there's a saying, do not tell the world what you can do, but rather show it. So we should work. So from Jan Sassimano, Infinity, future president. Thank you guys for taking part in my tutorials for today. See you in my next video. Peace, shalom, bye.